Oh, hello everybody. This is Janty Height, aka Water Overflow Q OPI of St. Augustine. Last week I had my hair cut around 10:40 a.m. I was trying to do a video on that video that day, and I must have hit the button. I thought I had to hold on to the record button while I was recording, so that I shut it off before I even started. And I thought it was going, but it wasn't. But anyway, then on Sunday, I think it was. Oh yeah. That Sunday morning, I got my hair in the little ponytails. Then this past weekend, I got this CNA. She was brand new. She was working new on the floor. She was able to make my hair into a big ponytail here. I'm showing it as I move my iPhone up and down so you can see what it looks like. It probably wasn't showing because I wasn't holding the iPhone right, so you probably didn't see it. But I'm not very good at making blogs yet. I'll make them a little bit too short, and then I don't know. I'm trying to begin to make blogs. But anyway, getting back to my hair, I like it like this. I'll try to do it again so you can see it. And I probably was doing it too fast, too. I don't know. It's easier to do that kind of stuff with the iPhone than it is with the iPad. And speaking of the iPad, I don't know why that when I look at the pictures or photos from it, it's not as clear as it once was. It's a little bit cloudy. That I don't know why. I know I'm talking about various subjects here because I sometimes can't pick a subject and really stick with it. And then also the subject itself doesn't really take that much to talk about on a video like this anyway. And so that it's a little bit disconcerting where I cannot seem to get a subject and I polish on it, And then, of course, sometimes I think that because I'm new, I've been on YouTube since 2011, but I had not made that many videos for myself. And so it's a little bit, disconcerting from that, but I'll say that every time. You fellow YouTubers would like to help me with some of the subjects I may talk about or something like that, write something in the comments or something, because I like to maybe improve on myself, and I want to be better. Okay, can we talk about the election tomorrow? I'm wondering, who do you think may win the election? President Trump or Joe Biden? but I asked some opinions of Trump is that sometimes, like, he has done some good. For like example, he did help with getting PEEs and ventilators earlier on in the game of the pandemic, which he did. And at times he seemed to not really seem to pay attention to it. I don't mean he was talked about it. I understand that, and this is what I've heard. I don't know. It was in the news where he had been told about the disease back in January 2000, January 28th to 2000, January 20th of this year. Well, and as you probably heard in the news, whether that he had said, I didn't want to scare the American people, about this disease. Well, I think it worked in the opposite direction because he did not prepare us for this coronavirus. He did not prepare us for it, which we needed to. Like example, when we have like a hurricane, for example, I'm going to use that for a good analogy. Like we live here in Florida. Now I'm on the East Coast, and we're on the Atlantic Ocean. Okay, when we have hurricanes and they think that they're going to strike Florida, they'll let you know about at least maybe a week or two before. And they, our local news people will, they'll track that storm, and then like in the, I think it's NOAA, I think that's the name of it, National Oceanic, forget what the other name is, association. They'll send a hurricane spotter plane or tracker plane to go in the middle of the eye and see where the hurricane is and how strong it is and stuff like that. In other words, they prepared it and said it, and they reported in the newsletter, in the weather section, or take a special news report, an alert to let us get prepared for the storm by telling us to get generators if you need generators, and supplies, food supplies, non-perishable food, and medications and things of that nature, and get into a safe place in the, so you can be protected from the storm. Well, like, I feel that Trump himself is so, I don't know, he was afraid of it or what, I don't know. He did not prepare us for this storm, the coronavirus storm. And now we're in the thick of it. This is like the third or second wave of it. Like we're swimming in it. Like a lot of us are drowning in this virus. We're drowning in it. And I myself was also a victim of the storm and the virus too. I had it from September 24th till October 18th. That's when I was released from the quarantine. Of course, that I might still have some virus residue in me, but it's not enough to spread it anymore. But that I had to go to the hospital because I had a disease, blood disease called bacterium. That's BACTEREMIA. That's how you pronounce it or spell it. And I was on all kinds of medicines to, like this. It was emergency proven or given allowed to, the FDA allowed us to use it for the emergency, whatever you want to call it. And that was called, and I'm going to spell the name of this drug because I can't say it, is REMDES. IVIR. And I used it, and then, of course, Trump used it on himself, and then there was another one he used. And there's some other videos that explain that one more. But I also had to use Cipro, the CIPRO, and of course I used my inhaler. I had to take that because I came in here with COPD. I had I also had the plasma that was given to me, and then I had through one with around rescue medicines. There's COMB. As asthma medicine. I think that one could also be found in as a pill or inhaler. And I had Pro Air on the backup also, but I never ended up using them. I never had to use them, but anyway. I'm normally on oxygen at 2 liters normally, but during this time they found I had COVID-19 pneumonia in my lungs and fluid. I was up to 3 liters per minute for a couple of days, but I never had to go into the ICU for, it was not the acute ICU. I never had to go into that, where I had to get a ventilator, thing like that. I was on BiPAP because I used BiPAP before I came to the hospital. The two things I were using before I arrived were the oxygen and BiPAP. And then I used them during that time. And so we did okay, I guess, from that point. But I was well enough to get home, and here I am. And then going back to Trump, he says he's getting touched. I heard him say it on the news. When they were asking about the COVID-19, he would say, COVID-19, say COVID, and they might make fun of it after he actually got it himself. he did not seem to care whether he didn't seem to care about whether it got stopped or not, the way he talked. You know, whether he really is serious about that or not, I don't know, but he tell people not to be afraid of it. That's ludicrous because we don't know enough about the actual virus to know what it's going to do eventually. I mean, is it going to die out on its own or not? We don't know that. Even health experts don't know. So if they don't know, certainly Trump certainly doesn't know. Does I do know that much? Because I don't know. I'm going to say I don't know either. I'm going to admit that. I am going to admit that. So he's making it a joke again. And he should not make the COVID-19 a joke. And even after he got it himself, he should not make it a joke. Excuse me. But anyway, that's the way it goes there, and that's the only reason I don't really care for Trump himself, because of some of the things he's done. I mean, the way he carries himself as president. He embarrasses the country. He embarrasses the country. And even some of the Republicans are ashamed of it. I don't think he was ready to be president as much as he wanted to be. And that's sad. I mean, he was just a businessman before he became president. Well, that's the way that one goes, but a little bit like Reagan in a sense, because Reagan, he was in government before he became president, so that changes a little bit. It's not quite like him in that sense, but Reagan had a better understanding how the government works, truly works, and stuff like that. So that's a little bit different there. The only reason why I said like Reagan in that sense is because Reagan was he was an actor before he became president. But the difference, the main difference between Trump and Reagan is that when Reagan retired from acting, he went into government. So that gave him some training, and like when he was in Congress and whatever he started out as in government, like first grade, okay, lower offices that he was in, okay, and then he progressed up into the Congress. That'd be like junior high school or something like that, or high school or whatever. And then when he became president, he was like, that would be like college or high school, when he became president. And he had a better understanding, of course, and he cared about the people. That was the main difference. But sometimes I think Trump was a showboater. Someone that likes to, so I'm good, I'll make America great. Well, when you ask him questions, he doesn't really answer. What is he going to plan to do for his second term? What we're trying to find out, he don't answer. That's sad. where Biden at least tried, and tries anyway. And this is what he plans. And then, of course, you know how when a person gets into office sometimes when what happens is with it is that, like, I'm going to use Obama, for example, and there were good things that Obama wanted to do, but a lot of times the people of the other party would fight him. They would fight him. They would fight him, and to a point where, like, he couldn't pass what he wanted to do. Like, I forget what some of the things were, but I mean some of the things he was wanting to do for the country, where he thought would be best for the country, and the other side would veto it. Like, he always wanted to have both sides working bipartisan. Like, instead of being just all Republican or Democrat, he wanted both parties to work together, but they wouldn't. They would not. They would buck heads. He wanted to make our country turn purple, so to speak. Have the two of them to run together. That's the way that it ought to be. Instead of people fighting and rioting and stuff like that. I know there were riots and disruptions in Obama's time and before. I know there were, and I'm not saying there weren't, but it seemed to be worse during Trump's era. It seems to be. It seems to be getting worse. Which is sad for what, Oh boy. I just had a low battery show up on me, and I put the extender on my own iPhone. I don't know if I don't know why the iPad you can't do that, but anyway, I'm not trying to start a war or anything like that, or disagreements with anybody, but just think about what I'm saying is that seems to be more civil unrest during Trump's tenure as president. I mean, it's sad. He could have done better. I'll do another blog another day. See you later.